If you've been following the news about AI, you've probably got whiplash. One headline says AI is going to create this amazing new world of opportunity. The very next day, another one says robots are coming for your job. It's confusing, to say the least. And it all really comes down to this one huge question, right? Is this technology here to replace us, or is it a tool that's going to make us better at what we do? You've got everyone, from CEOs to baristas, trying to figure this out. And it feels like you have to pick a side, like you have to be on Team Robot or Team Human. But what if it's not that simple? Well, according to this really fascinating new study, the answer to that big question is yes. Wait. What? Yep, it's both. AI is a job killer and a job creator. Okay, so let's unpack that, because there's a new way of looking at this that finally makes the confusion make sense. So here's the big idea. The trick is to stop thinking of AI as just one single thing. The study says that to really get what's happening to the job market, you have to see that AI basically has two different faces, a split personality, each with a totally different goal. Okay, first up, you have what the study calls automation AI. The best way to think of it is as the substitute. This is the kind of AI that's specifically designed to take over tasks that we humans do right now. Its whole goal is to learn a piece of your job and then, well, do it instead of you. But then, on the complete flip side, you've got augmentation AI. Let's call this one the enhancer. This AI isn't trying to replace you at all. It's designed to work with you, almost like a superpowered assistant. The goal here is to boost your skills, make your work better, and make you way more productive. It's not a substitute, it's a superpower. And here you can see the difference, plain and simple. One's goal is substitution, which naturally pushes people out of jobs. The other's goal is enhancement, which actually creates brand new tasks for people to do. So you've literally got two different kinds of AI pulling the economy in completely opposite directions. Okay, so this is a nice, neat theory. But is it just a theory? Nope, not at all. The study backs all this up with some really clever data. And you might be wondering, how on earth do you even measure something like this? Well, this is the brilliant part. Instead of just looking at patents or sending out surveys, the researcher went straight to the source, the software developers themselves. They analyzed millions of public conversations on Stack Overflow to see what kinds of AI tools people were actually building. Then they could figure out if a tool was meant to automate someone's abilities or augment their output. And from there, they could trace the real-world impact on jobs and paychecks in the US. And the results are, well, they're a tale of two AIs. Take a look. Automation AI, the substitute. It didn't really have a big effect on the number of jobs out there, but look what it did to wages. It pushed them down. Meanwhile, augmentation AI, the enhancer, did the opposite. It created more new work and more jobs. But interestingly, it didn't have a big overall effect on wages. So you've got this incredible push and pull happening at the same time. One kind of AI is creating opportunities, while the other is quietly eating away at pay. But here's where the story gets even more personal, because it turns out these forces don't hit everyone the same way. Yeah, it turns out that how AI hits you depends, big time, on the kind of work you do. Those big economy-wide numbers we just saw, they completely change when you start to break down the workforce by skill level. For folks in low-skilled jobs, the picture is pretty grim. They get hit by all the negative effects of automation AI, less work, fewer jobs, and lower pay. And at the same time, they get almost none of the benefits from that helpful augmentation AI. It's a classic double whammy. People in middle-skilled jobs are, well, caught right in the middle. They're in a constant tug of war. Automation AI is pulling their wages down and reducing some types of work. But at the same time, augmentation AI is pulling them up, creating new tasks and even boosting their wages. The end result? A stalemate. Their overall employment numbers don't really budge. And then you have the high-skilled workers. For them, it is a completely different world. They are the clear winners here. They get all the benefits from the enhancer AI. It creates tons of new work for them and drives their wages higher. And that negative substitute AI, it pretty much leaves them alone.
So when you put all these pieces back together, you've got this downward pressure on wages for low and middle-skilled people, and this upward boost for the high-skilled. And that all adds up to one very big and very serious consequence. The study puts a pretty shocking number on that wage pressure. A standard increase in a job's exposure to that substitute AI was linked to a 7.7% drop in hourly pay. Let that sink in. That's not a small number. That is a major hit to people's wallets.
The author himself, David Marguerite, puts it pretty bluntly. When you add it all up, he says, these two faces of AI are working together to make wage inequality even worse than it already is. Which leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If we know that AI isn't just one thing, that we're building tools that can either help or replace us, then the challenge isn't about stopping technology. It's about steering it. So how do we, as a society, make sure we're building more of that enhancer AI and less of the substitute? How do we make sure that the incredible gains from this revolution actually lift everyone up?